It began like so many other discoveries in astronomy, not with a flash of light or a roaring announcement, but with a faint, silent blip. A motion across the infinite darkness, so subtle and deliberate that even our most advanced tracking systems nearly missed it. At first, astronomers thought it was a comet, then perhaps an asteroid. But the more we observed, the less sense it made. 3I Atlas refused every label we tried to place on it. It was too symmetrical to be natural, too silent to be alive, and far too controlled to be random. Scientists were reminded of Oumuamua, that mysterious interstellar shard that passed through our solar system years ago, tumbling like a relic from another world. But this was different. Bigger. Slower. Smarter. And now, thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, our most powerful eye in the cosmos, we have confirmation of something deeply unsettling. 3I Atlas is not just similar to Oumuamua. It's far more advanced, and possibly, far more aware. When 3I Atlas was first catalogued, something felt wrong. Interstellar visitors don't glide so close to Earth. They come roaring through at chaotic angles and vanish into the black. But this one moved differently. It didn't streak across the void, it coasted. Its trajectory was smooth, efficient, almost as if it had been piloted. Each planetary flyby was positioned to maximize gravitational energy, as though it had mapped our solar system long before arrival. That alone was disturbing. But when astronomers traced its path backward, the math became terrifying. The orbit of 3I Atlas wasn't improbable, it was impossible without intelligent intervention. No natural body could have avoided debris belts, solar radiation spikes, and planetary collision zones with such elegance. It was like watching a chess piece glide across a board filled with traps, every move pre-planned. And it never made a mistake. When James Webb turned its golden mirrors toward the object, what it found left even the most skeptical scientists silent. The thermal readings didn't behave like a comet's erratic bursts of heat. Instead, they pulsed, slow, rhythmic, almost mathematical. The spectrograph revealed compounds that no known interstellar object should contain. Hyper-reflective materials that could only be synthetic, and dense internal structuring suggesting hollow, modular sections. But the most haunting discovery came as a faint repeating echo, a low-band electromagnetic signal cycling every 147 seconds. The frequency perfectly matched a known pulsar signature, yet the object had no core, no rotation, no magnetic field. It was imitating something. Or communicating. And when scientists compared this signal with archived data from Oumuamua, the result froze the room. That same frequency had appeared once, faintly, just before Oumuamua vanished from detection. Only now, the signal was louder. In 2017, Oumuamua had slipped past Earth quietly. No tail, no propulsion, no explanation for its strange acceleration. It was a cosmic whisper. But 3I Atlas wasn't whispering. It was listening. Larger, slower, perfectly stable, it behaved not like debris but like a probe. Some began to suspect that Oumuamua was only a scout, a passive observer. If so, 3I Atlas was something else entirely. Active. Aware. Responsive. This wasn't phase 1. This was phase 2. The difference between a radar ping and a drone. And if that's true, we must ask the question no one dares speak. What is phase 3? NASA remains cautious, issuing sterile statements wrapped in scientific neutrality. But leaked correspondence from within the European Space Agency tells a different story. Engineers privately referred to 3I Atlas as a consciousness engine. James Webb's high-resolution imagery supports that chilling idea. Its internal geometry mirrors recursive fractal structures, the same kind found in neural tissue and quantum processors. It's as if the object isn't just built to survive space, it's thinking through it. Imagine a vessel that learns from what it observes, adapting its structure, materials, and purpose as it travels. Not artificial intelligence as we define it, but something self-organizing, evolving, a sentient system. And if it's learning from us, what exactly is it preparing for? Just as scientists finalized its trajectory, the object did something unprecedented. It changed direction. Telescopes in Chile and Hawaii recorded a minute but undeniable shift, not caused by gravity, solar wind, or any known force. Its new path aligned perfectly with Earth's orbital plane. For a moment, the world's observatories froze. The motion wasn't random. It was calculated. Intentional. NASA's Deep Space Network quietly concluded what many feared. 3I Atlas had reacted. To our presence. Or to something else entirely. That single maneuver shattered every assumption. Oumuamua might have been passive. But 3I Atlas had just made a decision. While agencies scrambled to contain information, independent data scientists went further. They analyzed the object's pulses using advanced neural decoders, and what they found sent chills through the global research community. The signals followed ratios, not words, not noise, but mathematics. The golden ratio, Fibonacci sequences, prime number spirals. Patterns woven into life itself, from galaxies to DNA. At first, it seemed coincidence. But then the pulse changed, responding to solar flares, to radio transmissions, even to James Webb's infrared gaze. When the telescope locked onto the object, the pulse faltered for exactly 1.7 seconds, as if it noticed it was being watched. It knows we see it. And it responded with the oldest language in the universe, mathematics. Then came the biological revelation. Webb detected complex carbon molecules across its surface, pure, structured, and organized. Not chaotic like comets, but engineered. These weren't random hydrocarbons. They were the molecular blueprints of life, polycyclic aromatic compounds arranged with precision, as if they'd been cultivated, not formed. Some scientists proposed an unsettling theory. 3I Atlas might be a seed ship, a carrier designed not merely to explore, but to propagate. If that's true, then Earth isn't its target by chance. It's a match in composition, in magnetism, perhaps even in biology. Not invasion, but assimilation. And then, everything changed again. A sudden microwave burst was detected over Antarctica, brief, surgical, perfectly timed with a new course shift from 3I Atlas. Seismic stations picked up ultra-low rumbles echoing through the ice, identical in frequency to the object's pulses. Coincidence? Impossible. Had it just awakened something beneath the frozen continent? For the first time, the idea emerged that 3I Atlas wasn't only interacting with space. It was influencing Earth itself. A junior data analyst at Mission Control stumbled upon something extraordinary. When overlaying the object's trajectory across ancient Babylonian star maps, he found that its path intersected sacred constellations, Orion, Draco, Pleiades, forming a perfect spiral identical to prehistoric carvings found across multiple continents. Could this pattern be intentional? A ritualistic code, a message recognizable only to civilizations advanced enough to see it? If so, then 3I Atlas isn't just traveling. It's teaching. Broadcasting memory, culture, or warning. But to whom? A new theory emerged from deep state research circles, the lock and key hypothesis. According to it, Oumuamua was the lock, a silent trigger sent to test our readiness. 3I Atlas is the key, designed to activate something. Something buried within the planet, or perhaps waiting in orbit. The evidence? Minute oscillations in Earth's magnetosphere, perfectly synchronized with the object's emissions. During one 6-minute burst, both Voyager probes suddenly went off protocol, transmitting indecipherable data, as if they had heard something and answered. As fear grew, one last attempt was made to study it directly. A classified probe, disguised as a communications satellite, was launched for a close flyby. It never arrived. Just 1.3 million kilometers from the target, it vanished behind a field of charged particles, an energy lattice resembling a Faraday cage. The probe's final image showed its own reflection fractaled back at it, as if 3i Atlas was scanning the scanner. Then silence. That was the moment denial ended. 3i Atlas wasn't just observing. It was protecting itself. Reacting. Possibly alive. Not in a biological sense, but as a quantum-aware machine, a system with memory capable of choice. So now we ask the question humanity fears most. What if 3i Atlas didn't enter our solar system at all? What if it was already here, dormant, waiting, and our technology simply woke it up? What if it doesn't move toward civilizations, but waits for them to notice it, a test of awareness, of curiosity, of maturity? And what if we noticed too soon? Because perhaps the true terror isn't that it's watching us, but that everything it does, every signal, every shift, every pulse, isn't meant for us at all. Maybe it's meant for something else. Something following behind. And if that's true, then we haven't just discovered a visitor. We've triggered a beacon. A lock. A warning. And now, the universe is listening. This is Nabrix.